I'm Vivian. I live in London about 3 years now. I used to work as coordinator and assistant to producer at China Central Television. The reason I left my previous job at CCTV that I suddenly realized that I wasn't what I want to do in my whole life. So 3 years before, when I came to London, it's actually for my master's study. I didn't expect anything, but I just want to back to China after as soon as I finish my study. But my career and my life had been changed after I participate on London 2012 Olympic ceremonies. It's a great opportunity to meet lots of people, directors, artists, and dancers. So that's, I think, the turning point for me to change my job.
Hi, my name is Alex Wang, and I am an equity analyst for a global hedge fund for almost a year. And before that, I worked for investment banks for almost 6 years. I got to work with the smartest colleagues in the world, in the whole business. And second, I like the challenges from the stock market, and I like to do my own analysis and make decisions. I have been on stage since I was a kid. I always like dancing, singing, performing to people. Well, then my parents want me to focus on study and go down the professional routes. But I guess the performance genes or artist genes is always in my body. So I think now maybe it's time for me to go back to what I really like. But I'm not doing this as a performer, I'm just a producer.
I'm Joanna Liu. I run a company called Xi, doing design and marketing in East London. It's marketing, so we have to face 2 different clients every day, which they bring out very challenging questions to us and ask our professional opinions to solve them. What I do is bring my team, jump into the project and find out the most effective way to solve their problems. I also like singing because when I start singing, I start forget everything in my mind. I will forget all my worry, my stress, where I am, who I'm with. When I see my friends, how much they enjoy me singing, I feel really happy. That's a moment that is nothing can take away from me.
During I finished my master's study, after just 1 week I handed my dissertation, I received the invitation from the Olympics, so I attended my first audition. So I have to really make a decision if I stay here to face. Maybe it's a long time, I have no job and struggling to find a job, or build up social networks. It's tough. Of course, or I back to China to have my job and a stable life in China. I can almost have my home. My home is China.
I know some people who are dancers. I know it's very competitive, but so is journalism, and also I know it's something which has a shelf life because you can't. Well, people don't normally dance when they're 50, but. So now is the right time to do it if you're ever going to do it. It's like when you're this age, not when you're sort of 40, because then it's too late.
Amazing thing about being a producer is you can develop an idea from scratch, from nothing, and then into hopefully a world famous play. And you're the one who organizes the whole process. You need to find an investor, you need to find the perfect actor, actresses, and find the perfect playwrights and directors, and just gather a group of very talented, very creative people together to create this amazing thing from nothing.
What I always do, or what I decided, is just extend my daily hours to extra 4 or 5 hours to pursue what I really love in singing. You may say it's really exhausted, my life. In my age, why should I carry on do it like that? But you don't know. When you are desperately loving one thing, you just want to spend all your time into it.
People don't make these transitions without a reason. If there's a reason to change from a career that is quite rewarding but not very interesting to a career that's much more risky and much more challenging, an individual do it because they feel that it's going to be more exciting, more interesting, and in the long run, although it's a risk, they may get more out of it. And I would encourage that. But there are very many people who do not feel that, who just go into a job because it's a job and don't have any particular or specific interests to start with. In which case, that's fine. If that's what they feel, that's what they feel. But if you really are interested and you really do want to produce work that is satisfying to you creatively or from some other point of view, then I would recommend people to try it. Always.
When I entered that studio, I found, okay, this is exactly what I want to do, what I want to have in my life. I dreamed before in my childhood, and now it's like a magic power bring me to there. I also found myself, I'm actually good at doing this. I'm good at doing dancing, and I trained it dance when I was very little in China. I stopped for a while, and I know why I stopped it. So I just feel kind of regret I stopped. So from this point, I think about maybe I would doing something related to dance. That's always I want to do. That's why I want to change. When I think about if I, really am going to be a professional dancer, and that moment is so shocked me, because I have to face the reality. I have to start the basic level to strengthen my skills. When I think about this, to make a decision in my life, that's not very funny at all, I think.
I think Vivian's choice of becoming a dancer rather than working in media is a really fantastic choice, and I fully support her. I think that's what I'm going to do in the future as well. I've always wanted to be working fashion as a fashion designer, but my mom never really supported me. My plan is to work and to support myself to do, for example, a degree in fashion, or make some further career change in the future. First of all, if you want to pursue your dream, you must know what you want to do, and you must not change your mind because, for example, what kind of career is popular at the moment, or what kind of job earns the most. You must have your dream, and that's something you want to do as always, no matter what you do. And secondly, you must put a lot of effort in what you want to do, even though just as an interest, you should always be doing it, or always paying attention on something that's relating to it, not just put it aside and forget about it.
I like theater simply because all these emotions, all this intense of love, hatred, and everything is kind of condensed into 90 minutes. You're just sitting there and watch people go through their own lives, and you're happy and angry with them. I kind of like this mutual feeling between the audience and the performance.
Oh, well, I think it's a very brave choice. I think hedge fund investing is a very skilled job, and I think it's a very important job, and it's rare to find someone who's intelligent to do that kind of thing, and then also explore a creative side of his brain. To go from hedge fund investing to theatre producing is a huge leap, and comes with many challenges and many risks. And I think it's important to have a job that pays the bills and pays your lifestyle that you wish. And then it's also important to have a gimmick, and that's what I was always told. Always have a job that does well and have a gimmick. So in Alex's case, I would say keep the job you're at, see how it goes, maybe reduce the hours down if you can, and then maybe increase the hours and theatre time, and then I think that would be a good career choice.
I like singing because this is what I always wanted to do when I was a child. Finally, I got started training in London with my vocal teacher, and I started performing in different music venues with many talented musicians in different pub, restaurants, theaters.
We intended to be. We had it all. Well, she's definitely made the right choice. Her instinct, I would say, is stronger than her technique. So she has instinctively known that she needs to sing and to take it onto a professional level. So we've had to work quite hard technically, and she's definitely got huge potential as a professional artist.
I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for more.
I've always followed my dreams. I have a drive that just keeps me going. So I've never questioned it, and I actually can't do anything else. I tried once, and it was with the head of HR of a big company, and he said, "Don't even go down there. You're just not made that way, and stick to your path and do as many things as possible to make it work."
If you want to do something, just have a try. Don't think about too much, just go for it. Don't afraid about the failure. There's no failure at all. As long as you keep trying, and then you turn out and find, okay, I'm not good at this, or I don't want to do this, but at least you tried. If you just sit there and say, okay, maybe one day, oh, I didn't do something, I feel regret, I feel so sorry about myself. That's not, I think that's not gonna happen on me.
The reasons that stop people pursue their dream or stop their passion is, I think, they probably think too much or worry too much. Go for it. Don't think too much. Start now. Do it for 1 day, 1 month. And if you still love it after 1 month or half a year, then you know that you really love it. And if you really don't love it, what did you lose? You lose nothing. You can always choose something else to do with until you find what you're really good at or what you really wanted.
Good thing about old starters, you must have some other career to have, I don't know, some security ready, right? I assume that. So that's pretty much like me, to be honest. I wouldn't say I'm financially secured already, but I would say I can pursue my dream like without like worrying too much about my living standard dropping down. So I would say if it's later starter, I think you still can go for it. But good thing about it is you must have some experience from other industry. You can keep doing that. In the same time, in the evening, in the weekends, you can always pursue what you like. So you kind of have multiple lives. Who said you can live just for once? You can live as many lives as you can, as long as you live it hard.